In this video, something unbelievable happens. Because sometimes the quietest person in the room is the smartest one. So the CEO, dressed in a sharp suit, stood proudly in front of a giant screen. He was confident, smiling, and full of energy. He believed this moment would make him even more famous and respected. A few people laughed nervously, thinking it was a small glitch, but it wasn't. If you enjoy stories that are emotional, outside, the janitor stood still, watching through the glass. "Fix it now," he barked at his team. The tech experts rushed to their laptops. They typed fast. He saw a mistake that no one else had noticed. He took a slow step forward and said, "I helped build the first version of this system years ago before I took this job." And slowly, quietly, he started walking toward the room. The door opened gently. No one noticed at first. The screen lit up, brighter than before. The graphs returned. The system dashboard was back online. Every single feature worked perfectly, just as planned. The investors leaned forward again, impressed and relieved. The presentation could continue. But the CEO, he just stood there speechless. Everyone was too busy panicking, arguing, and trying to fix the system. The janitor replied softly, "Because I designed that failsafe a long time ago before anyone here even joined the company." Then he left the room. No spotlight, no handshake, just silence, and the janitor, he didn't smile. He didn't wait for praise. He simply nodded, closed the panel, and began walking away. Later that day, some staff began asking questions. Who is he? Why is a janitor fixing our systems better than our engineers? An older employee finally spoke up. But after a personal tragedy and a long break from work, he never returned to his old role. He didn't ask for special treatment. He didn't want fame or power. He just needed peace. "I know where the backup circuit is. The team won't find it in the software." Most people walked past him every day. Never said hello, never asked his story. And yet, when the company's future was falling apart, he was the only one who could put it back together. Years ago, he helped build the foundation of everything we use now. A flashback revealed the truth. It's a physical reset hidden deep inside the panel. They whispered to each other, but no one knew what was happening. The system wasn't responding. Full of twists, and leave you thinking you're in the right place. Then a soft click. Lights flickered. The screen blinked. You never know the skills, the wisdom, or the strength hidden behind a simple uniform. Standing at the doorway was the janitor, his face calm, his eyes focused. The room fell silent. What about you? Have you ever met someone quiet who surprised everyone with their actions? Powerful and company partners gathered in a large conference room. CEO is showing all eyes were on the CEO as he raised his hand and said, "Let's begin." With a single click, the system came to life. Bright lights flashed. The screen lit up. Everyone leaned forward, curious and excited. Off his company's new system when suddenly it crashes in front of everyone. Panic spreads. The tech experts are clueless. Investors are ready to walk out. Just when things seem completely ruined, someone unexpected steps forward. A quiet 50-year-old janitor. No one knew his past. No one knew what he was capable of, but in just a few silent minutes, he did something that shocked the entire room. What secret did he hold? And how did he save the company when no one else could? Stay tuned because this story will leave you stunned. In today's video, engineers, managers, and technical experts all ready to impress. Meanwhile, in the background, a janitor slowly pushed his cart down the hallway. He was 50 years old, quiet and unnoticed. You'll see how someone everyone ignored became the only person who could save a multi-million-dollar company. To most people, he was just the cleaning guy. Little did they know, he was about to become the most important person in that room. This story will teach you an important lesson. Never judge someone by their job or appearance. It was a big day at one of the country's most powerful tech companies. Inside a shiny glass building, top investors, reporters, everyone was waiting for the CEO to reveal a brand new system, one that could change the future of the business. Around him stood his trusted team. He wore a faded uniform, his step steady and his eyes calm. He had worked in this building for years, but few ever spoke to him. The room was silent, but suddenly something went wrong. The screen flickered, then it froze. The lights blinked. Strange error messages appeared, and then everything went black. The CEO's face changed. His smile disappeared. The investors started to look worried. Some checked their watches. Others whispered to each other. The pressure in the room grew heavier every second. He saw the panic. He saw the fear. But then a quiet voice said, "I think I can help." Heads turned. The CEO looked up sharply. Someone whispered, "Is he serious?" The CEO frowned. "This isn't a joke." "Step outside," he snapped. But the janitor didn't move. Everyone stared in disbelief. The CEO looked confused. "You built it?" The janitor nodded. Without waiting for permission, he walked to the side wall, knelt down, pulled off a small panel no one had touched. Wires, dust, silence. 1 second, 2 seconds, and then the system roared back to life. The crowd gasped. Some people clapped softly. He looked at the janitor, this quiet man who had saved his career, his company, and the biggest deal of his life. One engineer asked, "How did you know that would work?" And yet he was the reason everything worked. You don't know? He was one of the original system architects. Brilliant mind. Years ago, he was a lead developer full of ideas and passion. So, he quietly took a simple job, cleaning the floors of the company he helped create. Greatness doesn't always wear a suit. And real wisdom doesn't always speak loudly. Sometimes the quietest person in the room carries the most powerful story. So the next time you see someone quietly doing their job, someone others ignore, remember this story. Because true heroes don't always wear badges or suits. Sometimes they carry a mop and a past full of brilliance.